Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we have another offering from Nitecore. I'm very excited about this one. This is their flat design flashlight model EDC23. Now, the current retail price at the time of me filming this video for this flashlight, you can pick these up for about 75 bucks. Now, if we look at the side of the package, you can see that this light has a maximum output level of 2500 lumens. The maximum candela rating is 20,720. It does have 280 meters of throw. It's impact resistant down to 2 meters, and it does come with an IPX4 water resistant rating. It does have a built-in lithium ion battery that is 1500 milliamp hour. It does have a level preset function, which I think is really cool. It does come with a lanyard and a USB-C charging cable. Now, here on the back of the package, you can see it gives us a brief rundown of the light, and if we look at the top of the light, you have two buttons. You have the power button and you have the mode button, and of course I'll talk about that a little more as this video unfolds. It does have on the side a USB-C charging port, does have a pocket clip. It does have a sliding manual lockout button. They call that the rapid lock feature. And the cool thing about this light is it comes with an OLED display that tells you in real time a lot of information. Very cool. And it does have an anti-slip design. And then right here there is some contact information for Nitecore if there's anybody that wants to get in touch with them. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this light up and see what's included in the package. I'm very excited about this one, and I want to say thank you to Nitecore for sending this light out for review. So as we open the package, you can see that it pulls out just like a drawer. All the contents comes out. There is a small cheat sheet that comes with this light, so feel free to pause your screen if this is information that you might wish to read a little bit longer. The packaging is very nice. There's this card. It does have a QR code that you can click on if you want to go to their Facebook page. And then on the back there is the warranty information, so you can fill that out and start your warranty service. Here is the user manual of this light. There's some warning information right there, battery safety, and then right there is the technical data, so that gives us run times and stuff like that. Here are some features of the light. Lots of good information there. Specifications, the accessories that come. Again, there's an overview of the light, how to charge it, stuff like that. And then some English, you know, your basic instructions, charging the light. It talks about the OLED display, a little bit about the momentary illumination, how to turn it on and off, switch brightness levels. Very nice. And then of course it does talk about the lockout function, which is really simple. It's just as simple as sliding that little button. It does have ATR, so advanced temperature regulation. It does have a sensor protection function, so it's a proximity sensor. And that's basically it for the instructions. You do get the USB-A to USB-C charging cable. Very nice that that is included with the light. And they have this nice paracord lanyard that you can put on the light with a little carabiner there. I like that. Nice little touch. And then of course the packaging, as you can see, was very nice. And now we're going to take a look at the light itself. Again, this is model EDC23. I'm very excited about this one. Right here on the side you can feel this is some traction. So very nice. I like that. It's got some good traction. The dimensions of the light, it is 4.05 inches long. The width of the light is 1.30 inches, and the height of the light is 0.89 inches. If you want those specs in millimeters, it's 102.8 millimeters long. It is 33 millimeters wide, and the height is 22.5 millimeters. The weight of this light is 3.56 ounces or 101 grams. So if we look at the light, right here you have this little sliding switch. This is the lockout switch. And if we look at the top of the light, you can see this button that stands out. This is the power button, and then this is the mode button. Right on the bottom of the light, that's the business end. That is a glass lens. It does have a proximity sensor. There's your pocket clip. Now I do wish that this was a dual direction pocket clip. That would have been very nice. So as I sit here and I hold this light, the balance of the light feels very good. The weight of the light, it's not too heavy. It feels good in the hand. It doesn't feel too big. It doesn't feel bulky. I love this traction that's on the side of the light, so it's on both sides. And then there's some traction on the back above the pocket clip that feels really nice as well. So the weight, the balance, the fit and finish of this thing, it's just absolutely fantastic. Now operating the light is extremely simple. We'll start by sliding this lockout switch down, and that will allow us to use these buttons. So we'll start with the power button. Now the power button can be pushed and held and used in a momentary fashion where the light will come on, and then when we let off with our finger, you can see that the light will turn off. Or once we're in momentary, if we want to just click that button, you can see that the light is now on permanently. Now the setting that we're looking at right now is ultra low. This is 15 lumens, and this will give us 39 hours of runtime when the light is fully charged. That's 1.6 days, and on this ultra low setting we get 24 meters of throw. If we want to wake up the OLED screen, we will see what lumen level we're on and what the actual runtime is left in real time. So 27 hours left, because I didn't fully charge this flashlight. If we want to turn the light off, it's just simple. Deep press, the light turns off. It does have a memory, so when we come back on, you can see it comes back to the exact same setting. And then of course, if we want to cycle through the modes of ultra low, low, medium, and high, we can just use that power switch and cycle through the modes. So you got ultra low, there's medium, and then there's high. It goes back to ultra low. So let's talk about the low setting right here. This is 65 lumens, and on this setting, it will last 11 hours when fully charged. Right now, our display says something a little bit different. It says we have 8 hours and 10 minutes left, but this is a good setting. You get 50 meters of throw. And then of course, if you want to bump up to medium, you could just push that button again, and now you can see medium. We are at 200 lumens, and when fully charged, we can get 3 hours and 45 minutes of runtime. This puts out 90 meters of throw. You do have to push the button if you want to wake it up to see the runtime in real time, and that's very nice. It also tells us what level of brightness we're on. So it's a nice light. Now let's go ahead and bump it up to high. So we'll push the button, that wakes it up, and then we'll push it again. You can see that we are now looking at high. This is 1100 lumens. This will last for 1.5 hours. It puts out 185 meters of throw on this setting. Now that is very cool. If we turn the light off, you can see that when we turn the light back on, it does have a memory that'll come back to ultra low, low, medium, or high. Now the cool thing about this light is it does have a turbo function, and it also has a strobe function. So if we kind of mildly press this other button, the mode switch, you can see that the light will come on momentary straight to 2500 lumens. It gives us a timer that tells us when it's going to step down, so to prevent the overheating. Now as we let off, you can see that the timer will climb back up As it cools down, it's going to give us more time that we can use turbo again. So again, to access turbo, we're just going to push this button, and there's the turbo. That's 2,500 lumens. This puts out 280 meters of throw and 20,720 on the Candela. So if I want to stay on turbo, it's just a momentary thing. When the countdown gets down, it will dim to prevent overheating. And then of course I can let off the switch and then let it build back up, and then I can get that 2,500 lumen rating again. It does not specify what the runtime is on turbo, but it does work very good. It's a very bright light, and I like that it gives you that indicator to tell you how much time you're going to have on turbo. Now that's a half press. If I deep press, we will see a 2,500 lumen strobe. So let's take a look at that. I got to push a little harder. There it is, 2,500 lumens of strobe. It does not specify what the runtime is, but I can tell you as I film this, this is extremely disorienting on the eyes. So I'll let up and the strobe will turn off. And again, if I want to cycle through the modes of other things other than the turbo and strobe, I can do that all with the power switch. So it's very easy. There's ultra low, low, medium, and then high. And then if you're, let's say you're on high and you do need to access turbo for a second, you can still do that with the other switch. So you just push it. It's in a momentary fashion. And then the same thing applies if you need strobe. You can just deep press, and then the flashlight works very easily that way. When you're finished using the light, you can just slide the lockout button up, and then when you push the buttons, it tells you that it's locked. It'll also tell you the battery level, how much you got left, so you can know when it's getting low. It's really nice. Now I do like what they did here with this charge port, but you can pull that little cover out of the way and access the input USB-C port right there. So that's what it looks like when the flashlight's charging. You can see the little indicator is changing. So that works pretty good, and we can just let that go until it's fully charged. It's very easy to charge this flashlight. Okay, let's go through that operation one more time very quickly. We're going to start by unlocking the light. If we want turbo or strobe, we'll just push this secondary switch. It's a momentary thing, so there's turbo. If I deep press, there's the strobe. And then if I want to go through the regular settings of ultra low, low, medium, or high, I can do all that with the main power switch. So it's very easy to operate this light. We can lock it when we're done. It's very, very simple. You can access the turbo or the strobe using this secondary switch from whatever setting you're on using the main switch. Extremely easy, very intuitive. I like the way this flashlight operates. Once you play with it a little bit, it's very, very simple. Okay, so right now we are looking at the ultra low. This is 15 lumens. And on this setting, it gives us 39 hours of runtime. That's 1.6 days. And also on this setting, it produces 24 meters of throw. That's a lot of workable light. You can see quite a bit with that setting. If we push the button, we'll go up to low now. This is 65 lumens, and on this setting, it'll last for 11 hours, producing 50 meters of throw. If I push the button again, we're going to jump up to medium. This is 200 lumens for 3 hours and 45 minutes, giving us 90 meters of throw. I like that setting. If we push it again, we'll jump up to high of 1100 lumens for 1.5 hours. This is impressive coming out of such a small light. This gives us 185 meters of throw. Now from high, if I push the secondary button, we're going to look at turbo. That's 2500 lumens, 280 meters of throw, and it does not specify the runtime. And as you can see right there, the timer timed itself out, and the light did drop down to prevent overheating. Now strobe warning, we're going to take a look at the 2500 lumen strobe. That's a very disorienting strobe, and I like that it changes the frequency of the strobe. It's very, very effective. If I let off the secondary button, we will go back to high because that was the last mode accessed prior to turbo. Let's take a look at turbo once again. There's turbo. See, it's a little bit brighter. So hopefully you enjoyed those night shots. There's ultra low, there's low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe. Well folks, my final thoughts on this light. This thing is fantastic. I like those UH25 LEDs. I love the fact that it has a glass lens. It's got a proximity sensor. I love the way that you can lock it out manually. You can throw it in a pack and forget about it. I like the intuitive buttons. They're very easy to do. So it's easy to find turbo. It's easy to find strobe. It's easy to go through the regular modes. It's a fantastic light. If there's one thing that I could ask that Nitecore would do to change this slightly, that would be to put a dual direction pocket clip on this light. That way, if I want to put it on a hat, I can actually use it as a headlamp. The way it is right now, if I put it on a hat, it's facing me. So if they could put that where it was dual direction and I could use it as a ball cap or a headlamp, that would be fantastic. But that's about the only thing I could say about this light that I could recommend that they improve on. Other than that, it's absolutely fantastic. The build quality is nice. I like the way the switches work. I love this lockout button. And that's about all there is to this light. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave comments down below, like this video, share this video, and if you're interested in this Nitecore EDC23, I'll make sure to put a link in the description box down below. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now, everybody.